Hello students, welcome once again to my channel Krishna Singhdeo. Today's video is specially for those students who have either passed their class 11th examination or they have just given their class 11th examination and waiting for their results. Now in couple of days you are going to start your class 12th, and class 12th is one of the most important year in deciding your career ahead. Now the question comes that how should you select the coaching institute for your class 12th for any kind of tuition classes or coaching classes in class 11 because you managed to study on your own. But when it comes to class 12, many students on their own decide to go for extra help through the coaching classes or their parents want them to join some classes. Let us discuss how should you select a perfect coaching class for yourself so that your score can be your dream score in class 12. There are few things which I am going to discuss with you when we talk about the selection of coaching classes. Point number 1. Point number 1 is that whenever you try to select a coaching class, first thing which should come in your mind is that is this coaching class is referred to you by somebody's feedback, or you just met the teacher and the teacher promised you many things. Whenever the recommendation has come from someone, it could be your senior or any other known person who has joined the same coaching class, the chances of class being good are going to be high. Why? Because the person who has attended the classes will be able to give you the clear picture. Whereas if you talk to the team members of the coaching classes or the teacher themselves, they may tell you some things which are not going to really happen. They will try to attract you to their classes by using all their advertisement and marketing policies, which may not be true all the time. So always go for the recommendation or feedback by the students. Point number 2, which you should keep in mind when you decide about the coaching classes, is that the strength. What is the strength of number of students in the class? Because this is one of the very important factor. If you go to big coaching classes where there are around 50-60 students in one batch, it is going to be another classroom and many students hesitate a lot in asking the questions. So you should always select the coaching classes where the strength is not too high and personal attention is given to all the people. I am not denying the factor that every coaching class with high number of students is not able to give personal attention. There are some systems developed by some classes where the personal attention can be given in spite of the high number of students in the classes. But preferred thing is that low number of students so that each one gets the equal time from the teacher and personal attention is done without any additional effort. Now, point number 3. How far is the coaching class from your home? Because many a times you go for the best coaching class, but that is very far from your house. If it is too far from your house, then you should think properly whether it is worth going or no. Because if you have to go, let's say on 3 days of a week to the class and it takes you, let's say, around 2 hours to commute, then it is going to be a sheer waste of time, because 2 hours of time can be utilized in studying something else. Then you should look for the other options which are close by or something like online also. So choosing the coaching classes which is every day or at least more than twice a week, then you should think that what is the distance, because single class, once in a week class or twice in a week class is not a big problem because that can be managed, but anything which is more than 2 times in the week can create problem for you and commuting can become a big issue. Next point is point number 4, which is related to the backup given to you. Many a times due to ill health or some other engagement, it happens so that students cannot join classes for a couple of days. Then in that case, how backup will be provided to you? The teacher can take your classes separately, some recorded lecture can be provided to you, or some other appropriate system can be developed for this. You have to make sure that you ask while taking the admission regarding this, because this can help you a lot in taking the backup of the classes you missed. which is about having a fixed schedule of the classes. Many a time it happens so the classes run by the single teacher do not have this fixed schedule. They keep on changing time on the daily basis, which creates a lot of problem for the students because they do not know how their day is going to go, because they should have a fixed time for their self studies too, which will not be possible in case of flexible timing by the coaching classes. So you should always emphasize a lot upon this factor that the time is given to you in advance. There are days when there are some problems, because of that changes in time take place. This is fine, but it should not be a regular practice by your teacher or the coaching class that the time is changing. Frequent changes in time will leave you with no time for yourself. It can be the time which you can utilize for your own hobbies, for self studies and lot of other things, because as it is your class 12th is going to be stressful, in which you will have to do lot of self study, you will have to do something for your stress management, and lot of projects are going to be lined up in front of you. So it's important to have your own time. Point number 5 has to be taken care with lot of emphasis. Now let us talk about the next point, which is important for selection of a coaching class. That is point number 6, and this point is regarding the support system for you. Many a time it happens so, in spite of the low strength, students hesitate to ask certain questions and their doubts are there related to concept. So there has to be a system in the coaching class where doubt support is given to the student, and this support should last till the day before examination. It should not be the case that once the portion is completed, the teacher will not be available for you. If this happens so, you will be left alone to struggle with the concepts which are not very clear to you, and even if the concepts were very clear to you earlier, with the lack of practice, you become weak in those concepts, and at that time you need somebody to hold your hand. So the coaching class where you are joining should ensure that you are getting the doubt support, you are getting the support till the day before examination. Next point, which is your point number 7, is regarding the regular test and the tests conducted before the examination. Almost all the coaching classes promise this, but very few of them stick to their promises. The promise they make is regarding the test after each chapter completion and cumulative tests later on, especially for the board classes as per the board pattern. You should ensure this by asking a couple of people who have gone to the classes whether the coaching classes conduct tests on the regular basis or no, or before the examination test according to the board patterns are taken or no, because this may help you a lot to achieve high scores, and this should be the part and parcel of your coaching classes. Sometimes people take extra fees for taking coaching classes along with the test. That is fine, but all that should be clear in the beginning of year itself, so that students know that there are going to be some tests. Otherwise you will have to rely on the other sources which are freely available on the internet, but they may not be so good all the time. So students, you must take care of this point number 7 also. Now the next point, point number 8, is regarding the homework. Many people do not give homework, or if they give homework, that is not being corrected. It should be one of the feature of the classes that they give homework on the regular basis, and homework is corrected also, because if the homework is not corrected initially, you will do, and later on you will fall in the habit of not submitting the homework because you know it is not going to be corrected. Because under the pressure of homework, many a time, even when you don't feel like studying, you will study and you will complete those set of questions which are given by the teacher. So homework should be one of the important practice to be followed by the coaching classes. So students, we have discussed 8 most important points in selection of the coaching institute where you go. It could be a coaching institute, it can be private tuition classes or any other tutoring where you can join for the help in class 12 examination. This is very important that you decide upon the coaching classes in the very beginning beginning of the year, because if you let couple of months go and then decide to join the classes, then it becomes difficult for you to select the proper class, because most of the classes close with their admission, and then you will be not left with any choices and you will have to go for the places which are available. That's not a good practice. So students, I hope this video is going to help you to select the coaching classes for your class 12, and this is going to help you a lot in your career shaping for future after 12. That's all for today, students. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe to my channel and like and share this video if you think this has added any kind of value in your life. Have a great day. Bye.